just want to say welcome. I couldn't write anything because every time I started writing, I could only write about 3 sentences and then I would get brain freeze. But I want to do something that is very new to me, so you have to give me a minute. Okay, we're going to start here. Where's David? David, come join me, please.
Samuel Askedon.
Thank you for Sammy. That's not Sammy. That's David Askedon. That's Sammy's dad. That's Ermias' dad. Okay. I know that we are all divine creatures. We are all divinity within. We don't need to look to the sky for God. God is within. I have perfect peace. I'm happy. I'm complete. I'm strong. And if I can feel this way, so can you. We call on the Creator of everything and on Mother Earth who sustains us. We call on the energies who guide and protect us as we make our way in life. We call on our ancestors to join us at this service. Joseph Boutte, Reginald Boutte, Augustine Green, John Green,
Askedom Gabriel, Gesai Askedom, Masfin Askedom, Amleset Gabriel, and Alan Belkin.
And we ask those ancestors. Okay, first of all, I'm supposed to say Ashe. So we called on the ancestors, so say Ashe. And now I pour libations to the ancestors. And we ask those ancestors of Ermias Joseph Askedon to keep him company on his journey. And we ask them to be there. I would ask that all of our ancestors guide and protect us and give us the gift of perfect peace. I pour libations, Ashe. Okay, I'm new to this, and I think that that's all, but I hope that you get the understanding that we're calling those ancestors into the service. And so we are also asking for Ermias to have safe transit to his final resting place. And so when he reaches his also ask you for these ancestors to greet him. We ask that Joseph Boutte, that Reginald Boutte, that Augustine Green, that
Askodom Gabriel, Gazai Askodom, Masfin Askodom, Amneset Gabriel, and Alam Gabriel.
Okay, that they meet him also. Ashe. I want to tell you that I stand a witness that everything is in perfect and divine order. I want to encourage you to choose a vegan lifestyle. I want to encourage you to limit your use of alcoholic beverages and narcotic substances. I want to tell you that we come from royalty and regality. I want to tell you that we are very loving and kind and spiritual race of people. I want to tell you that we are very traumatized and we are very pressurized people. I want to tell you that I didn't have an easy life. My dad was a functional alcoholic, and since the time I was 5 years old, I had a lot of problems, and I knew that I was witnessing domestic violence, and I promised that I would never do that. I ended up marrying a man who abused me, and everything that damaged me damaged Ermias. I conceived Ermias on my birthday, November the 15th. He was born exactly 9 months to the date after I conceived him. Ermias was so close to me spiritually. I felt him coming. I knew that I was going to get pregnant on my birthday. And I did, and Ermias came. I had not slept for 2 weeks leading up to this event on Sunday. But the Spirit spoke to me on Sunday morning at 5:30 a.m. and had me ask, "Why is your spirit troubled?" My mother called me and told me that she thought that there was a problem at the shop because Samuel had gotten up and run out of the house without saying a word. When I went there, I had perfect peace. When the police officer told me that the person had been shot was Nipsey Hussle, my spirit said, "Oh, that's it." Okay? So I just encourage, I never thought, I started going to an African spiritual science church, and that resonates with me. That resonates with me. It's called Caress, K-R-S-T. You can go online and listen to their archive podcasts, okay? Ermias was such a beautiful, he had such beautiful energy. He's intelligent, he's radiant, he's a superhero. I'm going to tell you a story. I was living as a single mother with the boys, and I just thought that I didn't need a man because I could make my own money. I had bought my own house because Nana told me you could only move back in with me if you save your money. So I learned how to change my oil. And I thought that I was just that woman. And I got the right weight oil. I used the dipstick. I put the oil in the engine. And we drove from 60th and Rimpaw to Slauson, right across the street from Ladera Park, near Windsor, Flores. And all of a sudden, smoke started coming out of my engine. My engine was on fire because I had forgotten to replace the cap on the oil receptacle. So the oil had spewed out all over my tubing and everything, and my engine was on fire. Do you know that Ermias did not hesitate? He was like 8, 9, or 10. He hopped out of the car. He ran all the way down the hill on Slauson in the middle of the street to the intersection of Slauson and La Brea, and there was a fire engine that was making a left-hand turn. The light turned from red to green, but I don't know how little Ermias commandeered their attention. They made a U-turn and came back and extinguished my fire. And do you know what? I was able to turn the car on and keep on driving. I didn't need to call AAA. Not a hose was busted. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that that's what I want to tell you guys now, okay? Our engine is on fire now. We're burning, but we're not destroyed. And just lastly, I want to say that Ermias was a legacy. I feel as though, you know, when we had our closure conversations, my mother and I are very intuitive. We have a knowing of the coming and the going of death. And so we knew that death was coming to our family. My mother and I, we discussed it many times. So many times that we discussed it in the presence of Khalil. And my mother said that she had been praying that God would take her because she was the last of 9 siblings. Her 4 brothers and her 4 sisters had predeceased her. My father is gone, my brother is gone. My mom said just about all her neighbors have passed on. So she said when she talks to God, she tells him, I've lived a good life. I'm not afraid of death. So whenever you're ready to take me, I'm ready to go. My mother was that was her message. She's a junior pack rat, and I'm a senior. She's a senior pack rat, and I'm a junior pack rat. She's collected so much stuff in her house that her bedroom, you stub your toe just trying to walk from the door to her bed. So she said she's not going to sleep in her bedroom because the paramedics would have too hard of a time getting to her there. So Nana has actually been sleeping on the day bed in her dining room because she thought God was going to answer her prayer and take her first. But that was not God's divine perfect order.